Hello. I don't think anyone voted. So Sharn and Smoothie, let me know where you want your points to go. Please, and thank you. Also, hi Susan and AC. I realized that I didn't add any points from yesterday because evidently my first stream back, I just was not thinking, so womp womp. Also, yes, feel free to lurk. You know, I just brushed my hair because, like, I haven't in a few days, you know? Y'all. I don't think James is gonna recognize me when he comes home because of how much gray hair I have. It's crazy how much it's, like, really been affected by everything. Anyway, I'm sorry that you're having anxiety. I get that for sure. I wasn't sure. Oh Lord. I wasn't sure what diamond dot we should do. Oh, I'm not stressed about gray. It's part of life to me. Like, I know some people dye it and will never let gray hair show. I don't care. I think that, if anything, when I get gray, I'm gonna try dyeing it all sorts of fun colors. And, like, yeah, I might try some, like, normal colors, too. James was like, you're not gonna dye your hair, like, to look like your natural hair all the time, are you? I mean, I might try, like, being blonde or being a redhead or having black hair or, you know, colors that I don't naturally have. But it's also going to end up being like blue and purple and like fun colors. It's just, and sometimes I'm sure it'll be gray, but I feel like a lot of the time it's going to be like, I wonder what this would be like. Yeah, exactly. I've never dyed my hair. So it's like once it's like, I'm kind of at the point now where like there's a lot of it, but like not, well, James, hold on. Wait till you come home, boy. It's, there's way more of it now. Thanks for being gone. Way more of it. So much. Anyway, I wasn't sure what diamond dot we should work on today. So I figure we'll put a poll in the chat. I have like a crap ton of stars to fold. So we'll put a poll in the chat about which one to work on. I've dyed my hair but never bleached. Look forward to a blank canvas for crazy colors, yeah. Why not? You know? Poll. Rainbow would be cool. My glitter. Alright. Poll's gonna run for a little bit because, like I said, I've got a lot of stars to fold from yesterday. So, we'll do that real quick. Have a vote, though. 2 options. both of them are started. Pikachu is working bottom up. This one, I've just done this little top section. So feel free to vote. We'll fold up some stars. Ooh, almost like an ombre. Pikachu is like here. I'm leaving Pikachu for the end, but like almost halfway with the blue. The Dalmatian one I was doing when I wasn't really in the mood to craft, but I needed to do something because just sitting and doing nothing was too much. So I would sit and lurk in people's streams and cry and do that. So, because I wasn't really planning on starting another one until like I finished this one, but you know. I also got a frame and have to actually hang it up. But I got a frame for this one, which we did a long time ago. It's a little painty Dalmatian. So now I just have to hang it up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I've had a lot of people offer, like, my parents, my in-laws, like, people have offered to just, like, come and be with me and, like, be company. And it's nothing against them. It's nothing against you. It's truly, like, the only company that I want is my husband, and he's the one company I can't have. Because it just... I don't have to really put up... Not that I need to put up a guard with anyone else, but you almost feel like you have to a little bit in some ways, because, like, not everyone gets it, and then even the people who do get it, like, I don't know, it's still, grief can be, like, such a deep and, like, personal, I don't know, it's, oh, I'm covering up the votes. Make sure you have a vote, by the way. Hello, Neophyte, how are you? Why isn't my bot on? I turned it on. Oh, it's like buffering. There we go. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, you kind of, I don't know, process. And it kind of comes up in, like, different moments. The cat is frightened. The hair stands up fairly evenly all over the body. When a cat is threatened or is ready to attack, the hair stands up on a narrow band along the tail and spine. Pikachu! Alrighty. Then we shall we shall work on Pikachu. After I finish folding these. Okay. I'm sleepy too. Need more tea. An in-person interview. Hope that went well. And falling asleep at your desk. It's evidently really warm out today. I have not been outside, so I have no idea. Oh no. Does your vet have any thoughts on why her tummy is always so unsettled? Like, I almost wonder if she has like a food sensitivity. Poor baby. Poor you too. It's no fun dealing with that. Chose violence today. Health anxiety is amped. I hear ya. I'm sorry. That's no fun. Have a heat wave coming? Yeah, it's like 80 degrees here. Doggy IBS? It could be, yeah. Like, some dogs also, some animals in general can't process certain, like, kinds of protein. Like, it makes them have upset tummies. Like, how Artie does better if she doesn't have, like, a lot of chicken, but fish is okay. So, it could be that, like, maybe she doesn't do, or it could be grain, too. Some dogs don't process grains well, or so, I should, again, say some animals. Because the cats can have that happen, too. Like, Cooper, our pity mix, used to always get, like, clogged anal glands because of grain in his food. And so when he switched to a mostly grain-free diet, it helps so much with that. And it's like his tummy there wasn't anything wrong with, like, his tummy. It was just like, yeah. Of course. Triggered by beef, yeah. I just feel bad because I feel like she's always got a sick tummy, and having dealt with that with my pets, especially like Artemis. I feel for you. Feel for you. Like I get it. Luckily, like 9.5 times out of 10, it's a lot easier to like can like fix than like how Artemis is. Like Artie's tummy troubles are a rarity. Like normally it's not that much of a headache. Can't really clean up after her right now. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I sometimes would take like a water bottle. If you have like a plastic one, like that's not, well, I guess if you also have like the kind that you can like squeeze. If you have a plastic one that you can poke a couple of holes in the lid, or if you have like a regular water bottle that you can I would just like squeeze it over the mess to like push it further into the grass rather than having it like sit on top. Mm. You can check with your vet, but a lot of times you can also just try adding rice. Um, like if you just boil some white rice, you can add that to her food, and that might help. That's what we would do with our dogs when they had that tummy gurgle. Um, like when they weren't feeling well, because rice helps bind them up, and it's not unless your dog has a grain allergy. um, it normally helps bind them up. If your dog has a grain allergy, then that could be one way of finding out. Yeah, there were times when their tummies would just be too upset, so we would just boil chicken and rice, and that's what they would get to eat until everything kind of settled back down. Another quick option, too, is if you have, like, plain bread. Plain white, even, like, whole wheat bread. Sometimes we would give them, like, the crust. Because, again, it just helps absorb some of that acid that's in their tummies. Just like with people. Sorry, I don't know if you're looking for, like, advice or if you just wanted to vent. I'm sorry, I should have asked. I go right into, like, oh, have you tried this? Have you done this? Boop. Alright. All caught up. You may now subscribe, raid, etc. again. Alright, we'll work on this side. I can zoom this in, yeah. Yeah, no worries. If it's ever like, girl, I don't need this, like, stop, you can tell me that too. I'm not going to be upset. So I know that I'm probably like super late on this because it's been out for like years now. But I was looking for some like, you know, trashy TV to watch recently because, you know, that's just what you do. I'd watch Olympics in the morning, or I should say Paralympics in the morning. But like NBC is not really keeping replays up, so I can't really watch it in the evening like I did with the regular Olympics, which is really gross and annoying of them because I would really like to. Anyway, so I started watching Love is Blind, like from season 1. What an interesting experiment. As someone who has a degree in psychology, I find it fascinating. And then there are some people on that show that are just like truly terrible humans. Or not even terrible, but they're just not honest. And I'm like, you're just hurting this other person. Like, wild stuff. Thank you for the lurk. So, like, if you've never seen the show, the concept of it is really interesting. So, it's a Netflix show. And it's like an experiment where they take you know, a certain amount. And this, again, I'm only on the first season. I have no idea how this will, if they make changes, if things are different in later seasons. But, like, say there are 12 guys and 12 girls. Okay? And everyone, you go on like a bunch of literal blind dates. They have these pods and you don't get to see the other person at all. You just get to like talk to them. You get to ask them questions and you get to like know them for like who they are. And then after, I want to say like a week or 2, everyone like picks a person, if you will, that they think is the one. And a proposal happens, all sight unseen. They still haven't seen these people. And then afterwards, they get to meet for the first time. And then they get they go on a honeymoon almost. Like they go, again, this is season 1. I don't know if it's the same every season. But they go on like vacation together. And then I put that in the wrong spot. These are X's, not H's. Ugh. And then they go back to like the real world, if you will. And it's still not even like the real world because they're living in like an apartment. Like a neutral space, if you will. And they get to know each other a little more. And then they meet each other's families. And that's where I left off. Like that's as far as I've made it into season 1. But there's like one girl who was in love with this one guy, and he was like, yeah, I feel the same way, like we could totally get married. But he also felt that way about someone else, and he didn't like really express that. And so he ends up being like, no, I'm picking this other girl, not you. And so the one girl basically had told like her second choice that like she didn't think that he was right for her. And then she like went back to her second choice and was like, I was just confused. He was telling me things, like he was telling me how much he loved me, and it was confusing to me, but like you are the one. And I'm like, red flag, bro. Red freaking flag. Like, basically she is realizing that like she's about to be alone or whatever, and like the whole time their connection, I felt so bad for the guy, because he's like head over heels for her, and she like still wants this other douchebag who was a total bro, like a total like frat boy, like just, I don't know why anyone wanted, he was like the popular one amongst all the girls, and all I kept thinking, like all of them were like, he's so outspoken, and like he doesn't care what and I'm like, you guys are like, that's toxic behavior. The way he's acting, like, don't be like, I can fix him. So yeah, she ends up being with like this other guy, and is just like struggling the whole time because she secretly still has, or not so secretly, but she like still has feelings for this other dude, and he's like trying to make it work, and it's just, I feel so bad for him. And I mean, the one thing is, because this is obviously, I don't even know when this came out, like what year that was, but obviously it was years ago, so you can Google these people and where are they now kind of things. And they're not together, and I'm like, thank God. But then I also found out that bro, the guy that was like getting strung along, ended up like getting married, having kids, and then cheating on his wife. So like he ended up being a piece of crap too. And I'm just like, this is what, well, let me see when this show came out. When was Love is Blind season 1? Oh, it was 2020. 2020. If it's a new episode, no. I haven't watched the new stuff because James and I watch that together. If it's an older episode, maybe. Well, if it's an older episode, then yes. But I was also really excited because like one of the couples that I really liked on the show, they're still together and they just had a baby, and I'm like, oh, this makes me happy. This makes me so happy. Like he narrowed in on her like right away. He was like, this is the person. He's like, this is my person. Like, I know. And like they had like a certain amount of time like to date in these pods, like where they would like, you know, have like a date each day, say, whatever. And like they could talk with like multiple people. And then as soon as like if someone proposed, that was it. Like you both stopped going to the pods because like you're off the market, if you will. He proposed to her on their like third pod date. And they're literally still together to this day. And I'm like, I love that so much. Are not there to be real, yeah. Second half of the new season? Okay, yeah, then no, I haven't seen it yet. I know. I know. It makes me happy that they're together. shockingly, the one that, like, everybody was in love with, the one I was, like, frat boy here, that, ugh, whatever, they're also still together. And I was like, okay, you know, there's someone for everyone. Like, good for them. But yeah, like, the whole thing takes place in, like, 4 months. No. A couple of months. I don't know how many months. But, like, once they've accepted the proposal, it's, like, I think 4 weeks until the wedding. So it's, like... And they can then either say, like, I do or I don't at the wedding. And evidently, I'm not there yet, but evidently some people have said I don't. Like, they wait all the way until, like, the moment they're in their dress and their suit to be like, actually, no. And I think that's wild. Drama, I know. He asked her to marry them. Oh, James said that he knew that I was the one and that he was gonna, like, propose to me, like, pretty fast. I don't remember, like, the exact time. I remember that he texted his best friend, though, and was like, I'm gonna marry this girl. And his friend was like, what? Like, not in, like, a bad way, just like a... I've never, like, seen you like that before. Like, what are you talking about? Not quite that fast. Yeah, no, we dated for a little while, for at least a year. I literally have to look at a calendar. I actually just saw the other day our, like, engagement anniversary had just come up because I had shared a picture. Thanks, Facebook memories. And then we were engaged for, like, a year, a little over a year, because not, like, because I'm questioning things or what, but, like, for me, I felt like I needed that time to, like, plan stuff. 2013. So we dated for almost 2 years before he proposed. And then we got married in 2014. Yeah, about, like, a year and 2 months after we got engaged, we got married. We technically got, we got legally married that same year, but that's just because of health insurance bullshit here in the US. And I would have married him sooner. I just needed the time to, like, get everything done, you know? Plan and, like, buy things and whatever. At least for, like, my own anxiety, my own stress level, I felt like I couldn't do it quicker. I'm sure I could have, but... Oh, I love that, Calliope. Most people need a decent amount of time to plan a wedding, yeah. Talk about getting married within the first 3 months, yeah. Got engaged 5 months. Oh. Really? Wow. Listen, when you know, you know. James is obviously not at his computer because he's not talking at all. It wasn't worth pushing it off, yeah. No, I get that. I mean, like, legally we got married. Wait. Legally we got married 3 months after we got engaged. Like, legally on paper. Names were changed. Marriages were made. It was just a courthouse versus, like, the big one with everybody together. Like, I needed time to plan the big get together. Like, I just didn't, I couldn't do that fast. Because, I don't know, there was just a lot that I felt like needed to be planned. I don't know. And, you know, James was working on the railroad, which meant that he was gone all the time. And so trying to get everything, like, together and make plans together when he would be, like, away at a hotel for, like, 2 days and then home for, like, 10 hours and then away for, like, so, like, I would maybe get, like, 2 days a week with him, 3 days at most. It doesn't help anything. Trying to, like, figure out food and venues and all of that. We're actually long distance. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, we can zoom in more. We were already zoomed in, but we can go further. How's that? I feel like the blue is hard to see. Like, hopefully that's a little bit better. That's good. Okay. No, you're fine. For that little mushroom baby. I always find it interesting to hear how, like, people met their significant others. Like, my parents met at a bus stop in New York in the rain, waiting for the bus. And then they found out that they lived near each other. And instead of continuing to wait in the rain, they got a cab together. And they took a cab. Your parents met at library school? Shut up right now. That's so cute. And aren't you a librarian? Wait, are you all librarians? Oh my god, I love this. That's so cute. I didn't know that there was library school, like, genuinely. I mean, it makes sense. I didn't know that there was, like, school for it. Master's degree? Interesting. What do you get your master's in? Is it like a specific thing, or is it like for instance, if you go to school a lot of times to be a teacher, you have to have like a secondary major. So like, is it similar? Do you get like a degree? I almost feel like you would get a degree in history. You know? Library sciences. That's so cool. Also works in a library? That's interesting. I feel like that wasn't explained enough as like an actual career choice growing up. Because, like, I would totally be a librarian. I guess, like, there's nothing that stops you from changing career paths at any point in your life, but library and information sciences. Interesting. She helps, but she's not a Libracaccia. Realize how much schooling it is? That's so interesting. I want to, like, look up what you learn at library college. I'm fascinated by this. That's why you get a bunch of second career folks? Yeah. Because, like, unless you know, like, I want to be a librarian, I feel like it's not something that you think of often, especially, like, because, like, I didn't know that you went to like, I didn't know that you had to get a master's degree in it, you know? You don't earn much to start with, yeah. That's... I didn't. Honestly, I feel like it's been quiet. I'm struggling with it a little bit. Because, like, I know that I'm not how I usually am. And I feel like people don't want to be... They don't want to be reminded about the mortality of their pets, so people aren't coming, and that's fair. I don't think that I could just sit here and not stream until I'm, like, better, because you guys won't see me for a long-ass time. So... I don't know. All that debt for not much reward. Here for the messy, sad parts too. No, I appreciate it. I'm trying not to be messy and sad because it just does not make for entertaining content. Does not make for the kind of content people want to consume. Ooh, a new Yoshi trailer? Messy and sad is how I would describe most romance reality TV shows, and people eat that up. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why it's different on, like, platforms like this. Ooh, new season. Love that. Yeah, that's true. Most of that is scripted and very dramatic and not just sad. Happy birthday! Wait, it's your birthday today? Listen, technically, I feel like Mario Day didn't come around until, like, more recently. I feel like within, like, the last, I don't know, 20-ish years. So I think that it was your day first. Happy birthday! I hope that you've had a really good day so far. Watching as many episodes as possible tonight. I love that for you. Only 2 trailers? Oh, interesting. First 10 days of March off to celebrate and to play the new WoW expansion. Honestly, I love that for you. I hope that the first 10 days were great and that the WoW expansion was wonderful. Him and Dave over any character plumber. There's an Artemis hair. Can you guys see that? I swear they get stuck in there. So easily. Especially on the circle drills. Smoothie, thank you for the lemonade. Lemonade. Hope it's refreshing. That is cute, isn't it? There's a little thing down below where like you can pick your pet that visits and you can pick what drink. Wouldn't be a Megan stream without cat hair getting involved. So true. So true. Hydrate. Okay. And ads are coming. Like, if you look, there you go. Earl Grey. Yum. Enjoy. Thank you for the 100 bits. It's so cute. I love it. And the sounds are cute, and it's all just very cute. I know, it's so fun. You can change your character. Look at the little black... Oh, wait, look, it's also affecting the hype train? First of all, don't ever apologize. Feel free. Oh, ads actually just started. Oh, heck. Okay. Don't apologize for being kind and generous. If I didn't want you guys to be, like, using that, I wouldn't have it there, you know? Like, I wouldn't have it as a thing. So, yeah. Don't even worry about it. KitKat, thank you for the 100 bits and starting a hype train. This is awkward because ads. Oh my god, I'm out of balls! My balls! No. Thank you for this. Oh, hot lemon water. 25 bits. Thank you so much. That's so fun. And there's also food too. There's hot drinks, cold drinks, and food. It's so cute, isn't it? I love it. I think it's so fun. I think it's cool too that it actually affected the hype train. I didn't know it was going to do that. That's awesome. They do. Yeah, we weren't sure before. Now we know. Well, I have been attempting. Okay. So sorry about the ads coming right as a hype train was starting, but there is a hype train going on if you were in ads. So, we also discovered that the little, yeah, I'll show you. Down here. Okay. This is where you can do like the little order food and drinks.
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm?
Smoothie, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Neophyte. I hope that you enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. That's so sweet. And then if you click right here, you can change your animal. So there's kitties and puppies and cows and bunnies and all kinds of things. Oh my gosh, Paper Star. Okay. Yes, enjoy your ability to scream. Honestly, it's incredibly useful right now. Oof. We got less than a minute. We're at 52% on this hype train. Thank you all so much. Yeah. Yep. Scream indeed. Okay. Close that. Close that. And let's make Smoothies gift star. It is shiny. It matches our diamond dot. So sparkly. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. All right. Sparkly blue gift sub star. The only thing that's kind of a bummer is that it doesn't register that as bits there. Like when you guys did the little tea and drinks. And I don't know if I can actually, like, adjust that. So I'll just have to, like, try and remember how much was done that way in case we get close to a sticker giveaway. Yeah, I mean that's through Streamlabs, Stream Elements. Streamlabs. So it's not through Twitch. The Hype Train is through Twitch, and then the extension is through Twitch too. I can, yeah. I can also see in my, like, filter what was used. So, like, I could see, like, Smoothie, Susan, each used 100 bits. Then Smoothie did 10 bits, so that's 210. Susan did 25, 235. So there should be 335 in there right now. So I wish that there was a way that I could, like, adjust it myself, but I can't. Not unless I end the goal and start it again. And that is honestly a lot more hassle than adding it up. I need to remember to, like, set up time-lapse videos of Diamond Dots, because I feel like that's just easy social media content. I gotta be so for real. I don't give a flying fart about social media right now. I mean, I haven't in a while. But, like, even more so now. I feel like it doesn't matter. The people who want to see your content don't see it. The people who don't want to see your content see it. Like, nothing about it matters. It's so dumb. It just makes you feel bad about yourself. And I'm kind of over trying to figure out how to make an algorithm happy without breaking myself. Like, all that algorithms and things like that seem to want is just multiple posts a day. And I try to think of it as, like, well, it's part of your job and you have to do your job, and, like, if you were getting paid for this, you'd have to do it. So, like, think of it that way. Like, it's just something you have to do. And I'm like, but I'm not getting paid to do it. oh, well, maybe you could be, well... Time lapses of art are cool. I agree. It's neat to see stuff like that come together. I agree. And that's, like, low effort to me. Like, that's just remembering to set up a video. And, like, recording it and then just uploading it. Like, that to me is easy. Like, I don't have to do editing. I don't have to do voiceovers and then, like, clip, you know, it's just... So I have to just remember to do it. And it's funny because, like, you know, technically now that I thought of it, I could start recording it now. But I've done so much in this section that it feels silly to start now. Like, everything... Social media is, like, very bad for my health. Because it's like, if I'm not doing it perfectly, then I shouldn't be doing it at all. And then I do it perfectly, and it doesn't matter because, like, no one sees it anyway. And I'm, like, driving myself crazy trying to make things perfect when it doesn't matter. And that's the other thing, too. Trying to figure out what's algorithm, like, what is going to make the most people see things. I don't care. I really don't. I just try to, like... I try to post things so that I stay in people's minds, because I hate to say it, but, like, the neurospicy out of sight, out of mind thing is real, and I know that because I do that myself. Like, you don't see something, so you don't think about it, and it doesn't matter what it is. But, like, I know people don't think about me. And it's like, will me popping up in their feed make them think, oh yeah, I should go back to that stream. I enjoyed it there. I don't know. Probably not, but that's kind of the thought, at least, to me. It's like, if I share something, maybe people will be like, oh yeah. Welcome back. My neck really feels like it just needs to, like, pop. It feels like it would be loud and glorious, but alas, it won't. Wow, Pokemon. Wow. That was rude. I thought for a second that I wasn't even on camera. But no, we're good. I really like using blue tape on these little boxes because it doesn't leave any sticky residue. Sorry, I realize that I've just, like, stopped talking, but my brain's being a bully, and yeah. I just don't know how to fake it. These letters don't go in any kind of order. Like, a lot of kits, like the Dalmatian kit, for instance, it's like, it goes, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A, C, D, F, G, H, J, K. Like, it skips letters, but at least it goes in order. This one is C, Z, R, F, Y, L. Like, it feels like one of those eye charts. Like, it doesn't go in any kind of order. And you're just like, B? I don't know why. Sometimes I wonder if it's because, like, companies might assign each color a number, like, in their production. So say that they produce, like, 20 different diamond dots. And so, like, they have one for every, like, number, like, 1 through 10. And then they have one for every letter of the alphabet. YCC! Hello? And so maybe they're just like, oh, well, this kit just uses, like, these letters. Not all of them. But still, put them in order then. Like, that's fine. But it shouldn't go C, Z, R, F, Y. Like, jeez. How are you, YCC? What were you up to today? We were just talking about how silly this Diamond Dots lettering, numbering, the table system is. It's very silly. Hi DJ Kyoto, how are you? Half to happy. What were you up to today? I was saying it feels like one of those eye charts at the eye doctor. Where you're like, scream just because. Freaking mood, half to happy. I am struggling. Moved across the country. Lots of great, exciting things happening our way. I love that for you. I hope that the move was smooth. Moving is always stressful, but moving across country, infinitely more so. Working on a sweater a bit and some small spindle spinning. Ooh. Very nice. Do you have a picture or a link to the pattern? If you have one for the sweater. I always like to see what people are working on. Off camera, I've been working on a corner-to-corner blanket that I started like forever ago. As well as that full coverage cross-stitch piece. I was thinking maybe we'll work on that at some point here too. Because I've been posting it on my Instagram stories. One sec, okay. Hi, Emily. Oh. Yeah, living with toxic in-laws is never good. Congrats on the new cat, though. A new, healthier cat, it sounds like. There is your raid star, by the way. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry, Emily. Oh my god. Not me almost clicking on banning. I almost banned UICC because the text all of a sudden jumped up as I went to click on the... Oh, as I went to click on the link. The thing shouldn't... Yeah. Thanks for sharing the link. You're banned. Bye. Oh, this sweater! Yes! I remember you shared it last time. So you figured out the yarn you're using. I remember last time you weren't 100% sure about yarn. What kind of yarn are you using? Streaking! Scared cat who is scared and hiding all the time. To where I have to threaten a restraining order because he meows at you on sight. Sweet baby. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for him. In stash, but it's like a couple of different colors. Ooh, but honestly, that's gonna look so good. Like that sweater, the pattern was designed with like multiple colors. Do you know what I mean? Like it has like a color changing yarn. So I think that's gonna look really good. Let me see if I can find... This is like my... This is my mornings now. It's so funny because like the door is open so they can... Don't mind the mess. Please don't mind the mess. My life is literally hell right now and I just can't be bothered. I'm trying. I'm trying really hard because I know that Patch would be really pissed at me if I was letting myself fall apart. Anyway. So, but like I leave my door open now at night and the cats don't come in. But in the morning...
Good morning. What? Really? I'm glad you girls wait until I'm out of bed to do this. I am. Because that would really suck if you woke me up. Hi. Miss Poop Sister's litter box. Oh.
Yeah, she's got like this raspy screaming meow. I love it so much. I love it. Peggy Sue, because in-laws thought he was a girl. I call him Mr. Peggy or Pegward. Peggy the man. Oh my god. And this is the yarn. Ooh. In those two colors? Or in what colors? There's a lot of colors, I just realized. Taught her how to approach a cat. Yeah. It's definitely one of those things that, like, cats and kids can learn to get... Everyone has to learn. Because cats are different than dogs. And I feel like if kids can be really good at, like... Or even just, like, their own pets. Like, they know their own pet signs. But, like, other animals, they go and they try to interact with them, and it's, like, everyone is different, you know? It's like a cat that's been in their yard for months. Aww! I love that. Also, I have to... So this is... I'm downstairs feeding Maple, and this is what's happening upstairs. Her floofy pants. Her spring went under the couch. A disaster. But don't worry, she... And then, so in the mornings, the girls are separated by the gate so that everyone can eat their food without stealing. And then I trimmed Pippin's nails today and trimmed her foot fluff because, like, she laid on my lap the other night and it was the sweetest thing, but she was making biscuits and they hurt. They, like, hurt so bad because her nails were so long. So I went to trim her nails today, and evidently when she was squirming, she got a little, I guess, stressed and blew out her anal glands. It's fine, not a big deal. But I was like, you can go in your room for a little while I clean up. Like, I changed my pants, did all of that. And I was like, I don't need you, like, wiping your butt on the couch, right? Like, go clean yourself up in there. So then I let Artie just have, like, the whole upstairs, and I'll show you her. Oh, okay. No worries. So then this was Artie. And she has a jingle ball. And if you're wondering, yes, our brand new rug is not out on the floor. I ended up rolling it up and putting it away when Patch was having all of his issues because I did not want my brand new rug to be pee stained or pee smelling. And then because we were introducing Artemis to new wet food to try and help everything, I decided to wait to put the new rug back just in case we had any upset in either direction from the new food. I'm like, I will wait. So that's just like a cheap rug that is for our basement. And I was just like, I'm not doing it right now. Like, yeah, the new rug was white and blue. And then when Patch started leaking, and I was constantly having to, like, clean the rug, this was the new rug here. It's like, it's not like white, it's just light colored. And we did spray it with this stuff to, like, help with, like getting stains up, and it has worked very well because not only did I have to clean up, like, pet mess, but also, like, hairball, and it cleaned well. I just was like, it just wasn't worth it. So, but it's funny because, like, the new rug is kind of like, or it's not really new, but the other rug has, like, some bumps in it, and the cats have been, like, playing with the bumps. What's that? The spray? Is that what you want me to post? Sorry. Yeah, I don't need extra work right now. I do not need extra work right now. Goodness knows I have enough work that I'm trying to do. Y'all, I have to, oh my god. So, I continued to use Duolingo because a friend of mine and I had, like, a streak going, and I felt bad to, like, stop using it and leave her hanging. And our streak ended up getting reset because guess what? I didn't give a rat's patootie about Duolingo with everything going on. And now I get, like, first of all, sorry, I have my stream up so I can read chat here without having to look up. Anyway, now that the streak has been ruined, like, yeah, I can start a new one with her, but there's a part of me that just wants to, like, uninstall the app. And I feel bad because, like, I was doing a lot of stuff, and I know that there are other apps out there, but I'm like, valid, well, do it, uninstall. Duolingo was so passive-aggressive. Like, and it was funny because I had mentioned it to my friend, and she's like, oh my god, I didn't know that it would send stuff like that. It says, like, whichever person would do their, like, daily first could, like, send the other person, like, a reminder to do theirs. And it would come in and, like, it would be like, are we even a team anymore? And I'm like, first of all, my friend would never say that to me. Second of all, ew. But, like, I just got... Hang on, wait, let me just clear out this message here that... Okay. You used a streak freeze? Better practice today, cringe face. How about... My dog died. I don't give a about your crappy AI generated or AI voiced bullshit. Like, how about I just don't care? And so I'm at the point now where I'm like, do I just ew. Why? I don't need this kind of toxic anything in my life, like, for any reason. You think that, like, if anything, that sort of be, like, messaging and, like, backhanded stuff make me want to not do it even more, you know? Like... Yeah. It has gone downhill. I like learning Spanish. I really want to do, and again, as someone who is a creative person who does sell the things that she makes, I understand everyone deserves to be paid for their work, even app creators. I would love to learn sign language, but I cannot pay a monthly fee for like, a lot of the sign language apps are not free. And I hate that. I wish that there was, like, a free option and a paid option. Do you know what I mean? Because, of course, people should be supported, and people who design apps deserve to be paid and all of that. I'm like, I just can't... I can't afford it right now. But I feel like that would be a language that I'd actually be okay at. I do not have... Like, my brother has an ear for language and for music. Like, he played several different instruments. He speaks several different languages. I do not have that. I have art. I can read patterns. I can make patterns. I get that. And to me, sign language is an art, if you will. It's moving your body. Like, you know, as a dancer, I feel like it would be more... I would do better with it, if that makes sense. A local ASL class and you wanted to go, but I want to go with a friend. Yeah, I would love that too. And, like, that's the thing. Like, there are some colleges, like you said, Petrichor, that offer. I just don't know that I can, like, maybe I try that in a little bit. Right now, I don't feel like I'm able to, like, commit to that with, like, me having to do everything around here and James being gone and just being massively depressed. Like, I just don't think that now's a great time to start it, but it's not a bad idea in the future. Yeah. YouTube channels that yeah. The only thing is you gotta make sure that it's, like, either someone who's deaf or a child of a deaf, you know. Like, you don't want to be learning sign language from someone who it isn't their native language, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of stuff that people can teach wrong about sign language, about any language, really. But I feel like especially sign language. So I wouldn't want... It's just like you wouldn't want to take hula lessons from someone who isn't a hula, like, master. Like, someone from, you know, in most cases, you know, a lot of people think of, like, Hawaii when they think of hula. Like, you would only want to take those sorts of classes from someone who actually understands the nuance in it. And, yeah. Morning, Emily. Access to whenever. Oh! See, like, I could handle a class like that. Like, what? I don't know that I could handle, like, an active, you know, like, oh, come to class, do classwork, and tests, and all of that. But, like, almost like a Duolingo kind of thing, I might be able to handle, like, an ASL version of that. Yeah, you want someone that knows the culture. Also, Emily, you were asking before for something. Did you want a link to the rug? Like, what I was talking about? Like, the carpet thing? I didn't know what you wanted. Ew. You can't hide from Duo. Oops! It looks like I'm gonna be hiding. It is culture, yeah. And they also tell a story with every movement, yes. And that's what I think of, too, with, like, with ASL, is that, yes, I might be able to, like, learn the signs and learn I might be able to, like, grammatically say things if I learn ASL from someone who isn't native at speaking at it, but there's a lot of, like, nuance and small little things that you would miss. And it's the same thing with hula. You might be able to learn the movements, and you might be able to hula, but you don't understand, like, the deeper, just everything about it. Like, you're skimming the surface instead of doing, like, a deep dive. Yeah. We're trying to guilt me into doing something, and to not, yeah, it makes me want to do it more. Cultural significance, yeah. So it's not, Emily, it's not a carpet cleaner. For carpet cleaning, I use Nature's Miracle. But what we did when we got the rug, and you can do this even if it's an old rug, we got this stuff. So you're gonna want to, like, vacuum your rug really good if it's not new. And then it's a carpet and rug protector. It's Scotchgard. And it's like a foam, and you spray it on, and you let it, like, absorb into the rug, and it makes it so that messes and stains come up a lot easier. Like, it kind of, it's almost like a conditioner for your hair, like, where it kind of coats the strands so that things don't absorb into the fibers as easily, so you're able to clean it a lot better. And that's what we used on the new rug. And that's why I think I don't have a bunch of cat, like, hairball stains and dog pee stains, so yeah. I hate that freaking bird. I was saying I kept the app and I continued to use it because my friend who lives in the Netherlands and I had a long streak going. Well, guess what? Patch died, and I didn't care about anything, and I did not do my streak. I did not keep it going. We lost our, 300-day or whatever streak. And I tried to start a new one, and I tried to get back into it again. And I forgot yesterday because, again, life right now, if you have depression, you understand, okay? If you have it, if you've ever had it, if you've ever just suffered from it, even if you don't have it, like, you understand. Certain things just don't matter. A lot of things right now just don't matter. Like, I'm desperately trying to keep on top of the housework right now because I don't care. I don't give a about any of it. But I know that I have to because I have other pets that depend on me. And I know that Patch would be pissed at me if, I let things fall apart. Anyway. So Duo just, sent some passive-aggressive, wow, you had to use a freeze yesterday. Are you gonna you better practice today. And I'm like, Duo, I'm literally trying to keep myself and my pets alive and, fed and clean. Bite me. Respectfully, bite me. So, yeah, now it's off my phone. 110 launcher. Oh! Sun warmed up on the 2nd. She's not scared. Oh! That's so sweet. I hope that you'll share pictures. I love puppos. Oh my god! Everything right now. Yeah. The anxiety, the ADHD, the depression, and I know that if I talk to my therapist, that they're going to be like, well, do you want to increase your meds? No. I don't want to, not feel this. I'm okay. I mean, I'm not okay. But I'm feeling things, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, taking more meds is just going to make me tired. It's not going to give me the motivation to get up and do things. It's just, I'm just gonna be tired, and then it's gonna be hard in a different way. But bro, be passive-aggressive as heck. Yeah. I can't handle the passive-aggressiveness. It's toxic when people do that. Why am I letting an app be on my phone giving me that? No. Nope. And, I was only taking Spanish because I took it in school. And, I was like, yeah, I know basics. It'd be fun to learn more. And it was. And it's fun, when TV shows have characters, speaking in Spanish and I pick up little bits and pieces. But the bottom line is, I don't need a bird in my notifications being passive-aggressive all day. I really don't. No, it wouldn't be my therapist's first response. It would be a question. it would normally it would be like a, hey, do you feel like you need more, like, I feel like if you're diagnosed with depression and you mention that you're more depressed, there is a general question of, do you need more medicine? Like, are you at a point where you feel like you need more in order to, like, for instance, when James left for training and she asked me how I was doing and I was like, I'm massively depressed. And she's like, well, that makes sense considering what's going on. She's like, but is it something that you feel like you need extra help with because you're not taking care of yourself, you're not eating, you're not doing the basic things that you need to do? Like, do you need that extra help? And I said no. I said, I'm just kind of in a crappy place right now. And she's like, okay, well, if you feel like you need that extra help, we can adjust the meds. And so I feel like it would be similar. I just don't want to have that conversation. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah. Putting on the dog's head and he was just vibing. Oh, no, like, it's more, I like my therapist because, I mean, the bottom line is I've been living with this all my whole life. I know when I need more. Like, I can tell you when it gets to a place that I'm like, no, I need extra help. And I appreciate when therapists are receptive to that and can be like, okay, well, let me know. Like, if anything changes, like, call me. Versus being like, well, you sound worse, so let's drug you up. Yeah. Again, I see her at the end of the month. Just to, like, check in, get refills on meds and stuff like that. But again, bottom line is, grief is normal. It's a sucky part of life, but, like, it's normal to feel crappy. It's normal to feel depressed when depressing things happen. It's just, like, if you're not able to, like, if you need the extra help too, there's nothing wrong with that. End of school, beginning of college, my parents kept coming in. Do you think you're depressed? And I was like, only when you keep asking me about this. I had ADHD burnout last week. Dishes were a nightmare, but my children were alive. Correct. Do I need to vacuum? Desperately. Are all of my animals fed, cleaned, taken to the vet, medicated? Yes to all of the above. Am I dressed, fed, clean, medicated? Also, yes. I'm doing great. Like, that is... I'm doing fabulous. The vacuuming will get done. The laundry, I actually got some of it, like, I got the sheets folded today. You know, like, it's fine. How's the agoraphobia? Kind of sucks. There's been a lot of extra anxiety meds having to be taken. Because, you know, truthfully, without getting into, like, too much stuff, part of what made the agoraphobia so bad was that when Coco got sick, it was sudden. She was fine, and then one day she collapsed. And the emergency vet was like, you need to get her here now. James was on base over 45 minutes away. And I had to get this like 80-pound dog into the car on my own and then drive her to the emergency vet and take care of everything until he got there. And it was the absolute worst. Everything about that. Like, it literally, I still struggle driving in that direction. I struggle immensely when I'm stuck at that traffic light, like on the way to the emergency vet. And when I tell you that having a pet emergency was my biggest fear while James was deployed, and to have it actually realized and needing to not having anyone, you know, my parents eventually met me there, but my husband was not there, and he wasn't going to be, and I had to I didn't have a choice. There's been a lot of anxiety meds if I have to leave the house. That's the only way that I'm able to. My parents luckily were able to meet me both times at the emergency vet, both weekends with Patch. But, and you know, I had to take Maple to the vet the other day. So, you know, it's a lot of my quick acting anxiety meds. My hives are back. Because of the stress of everything. So, I'm not doing anything other than survival, if that makes any sense. I have gotten groceries delivered. And that's it. Like, I have not, you know, I was working on going to the store. Nope, haven't gone to the store. Because it doesn't, right now I'm trying not to go back down that trauma response, which became leaving the house. Now, to be fair, after Coco, Smudge ended up having a medical emergency as well, our guinea pig. That involved going to an emergency vet who is terrible. And then going to a different emergency vet later that same night to have him put down. And it was the same emergency vet we had to take Coco to. And those we lost 3 pets in 3 months. And or 4 months, 3 pets in 4 months. Those traumatic things made it so that I could not leave the house. So I'm desperately trying not to fall back into that same rabbit hole of like, you know, and I'm trying really hard not to think that the same thing's going to happen, because now, you know, we had to take Maple for more blood work because he was having, his blood work came back really bad. And, you know, I'm like trying not to panic and think like we're going to lose him too, but it's hard. It's really fucking hard. And then I have to try and like I have to try and give a rat's ass about Duolingo right now. Bite me. I can't. I have no filter right now. I have no fucks left. None. They're gone. They have flown the coop. There are none. And that's, you know. Oh my god. No, not the peanut. Oh, that's a lot of peanut butter. Oh god. I'm glad it was the peanut butter, not actual paint. That sounds like, yeah. The peanut butter apocalypse. It's not funny right now, but it will be a story one day to tell her. And it will be funny one day. Right now, it's fair to just need to not think about peanut butter for a while. Yeah, surviving is enough. Yeah. You're self-aware and doing great things. Aw, thanks. You know, there I keep seeing like these military like posts from like military wives where it's like, you know, people keep saying like people I agree. About how military spouses hate being told that like you're so strong, like you're doing so much and you're holding it together, and it's like, well, what's the other option while my spouse is deployed? That I fall apart? That I crumble? Like, what do you mean you're proud of how strong? I don't want to be strong. I'm just trying not to let everything implode. Hi, Ruth. Welcome in. And it's just like, like what is my other option other than powering through it somehow? So I didn't have to think about dinner. Good husband, honestly. Picture of you as a toddler covered in a fudgesicle. Oh my god. Oh, so she's an artist. That's what I'm hearing. Little one's an artist. She's gonna be, you know, into food art. Wasn't there someone who like taped a banana to a wall and got a crap ton of money for it? Give her a banana. Like, trauma survivors shouldn't have to be strong. Yeah. You shouldn't be in a position of having to be strong all the time. That's the thing, is that, like, I feel like I'm treading water. And if you've ever tread water, you know that you can do it. You also know that it's exhausting. It's not going to the beach for a swim or the pool for a leisurely swim. Like, treading water keeps you alive, but it's tiring. Anyway, ad time. We'll take a quick stretch break. Get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. Or just change how you're sitting. I'm gonna take a quick walk around because I did not move on my last stretch break. And I'll see you all in a few minutes. Thanks for sitting through ads. Alrighty. Sorry, I didn't do a second round. The ads were almost over, so I figured I would just wait. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out through ads. I appreciate it. Also, I'm glad that analogy helped. Because it's like, yeah, I like to swim, but I don't want to tread water for 7 months straight. Or you can even be like, yeah, I'm a strong swimmer, but I also can't, like, fight the tide if it's constantly pushing me out. Like... So then you just tried to back float for a while. Just to catch your breath. Yes, they do. Yep. What color is this? There's like a random teal bead that I thought went with that one, but it might just be, it might not even be part of this kit. Nope. Enjoy dinner. Oh, Lord. Also, DJ, your dog is adorable. I went and looked at the picture on the stretch break. So cute. Obsessed with his power washer. Sun's out, washes out. I gave the truck a good deep clean the other day. Got like the Bissell Little Green out. Went on ahead and like deep cleaned the seats because, let's see, I had a feral cat in the back of my car that peed everywhere. I had Patch who peed everywhere. There was a lot of pee in that car. I mean, I cleaned it each time, but it felt like it could do with the shampooing. Yeah. I wish that the dirty water tank was easier to clean. That seems like a real big oversight on their part. Because that thing is not easy to clean. Like, to get all the gunk out. Yeah, no, it works really well. Oh no, your balls! You're out of balls! I missed one of these. Ooh, what kind of breakfast takeout did you get? Honestly, I could go for some breakfast for dinner. I have lentils. Lentils, pasta, hot dog combo. Oh, you're back. Hi, you missed out on all the conversations today. Oh, you have not. At least not with the sound on. The way that I want to, like, quiz him. Okay, you only missed out on a little bit? What? Oh my god, I'm like, why won't this pick anything up? Because there was already one on the bottom of it. Boy, that was just the last conversation in the last, like, 30 minutes. I've been live for 2.5 hours. Do you know about the new TV show I'm watching? I do not. Yeah, there was the whole conversation earlier that I had that I was like, James is clearly not here. He'd be chiming in. I don't even remember what that conversation was now, to be honest. What show? I should pull some passive-aggressive bullshit. No, it wasn't important to you before. So I'm not going to talk about it now. It's a reality show on Netflix. It's been out for 6 years now. And I know a lot of people who watch it. And I'm starting at season 1 because, honestly, I need some good trashy TV that I don't have to actually, like, actively be paying attention to, that I can work on crafts or just disassociate while it's on. It's called Love is Blind. as a person with a degree in psychology, I find the concept of it fascinating. It is really nice to shut your brain off. I agree. Yeah, everyone's heard of that show. Everyone's heard of that show. Again, it's been on Netflix for 6 years. It's advertised and talked about all over. The concept of it is fun. It's an interesting idea. And I'm like, I want to say 8 episodes in on season 1. And Jessica's a piece of crap. Baseball, yes, it is. I've been watching a lot of clips of it. I was really disappointed that they don't have, I had mentioned this too, because when the Olympics were on, I would watch that at night. Like, obviously it was repeats or recaps because a lot of the stuff happened during the day. So I watched the Olympics during the day, but they don't really keep the Paralympic replays on for very long. So I haven't been able to watch as much. So I needed like a veg out kind of show to put on at night. I know, regular baseball. I'm struggling a bit with baseball because my team is not, it doesn't feel like my team anymore. They got rid of everyone. It feels all different and bad. So many terrible trades. Pick a new team. No. The Mets are my abusive relationship that I keep going back to, saying maybe they'll change this year. It's so hard when they, like, trade away the whole team. Because I feel like, you know, I get, like, notifications when the game's going on. Like, so-and-so hit a home run, and I'm like, is that for our team? Are they on our team, or are they on the other team? Like, I don't know you people. Oh, no. Because a couple of them went to the Dodgers. And I will always root against the Dodgers. I will always root against a team that buys its victories. Like, there's technically a salary cap. And if a team goes over it, they have to pay a fine. And the Dodgers go over it every time, and they just pay the fine because they don't care. They want to win. And I cannot root for them. The Dodgers are worse now. The Yankees used to be the team that bought its talent. That used to be the team that bought its World Series wins. And the Yankees ain't been lately. So I still won't ever root for them. And I still feel very happy anytime that we win playing them. But Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that is true. The Yankees continue to try to buy their way to wins, but unsuccessfully now. um I have not watched Moneyball, no. I've heard of it. But no. Hey, Mom. Hi, girly. What's up? Your food's right there if you want it. You gonna come say hi? I'm about at the halfway point for the blue. I've left Pikachu to do till the end, but I'm about halfway done. Hold on. There we go. So I'm about here at the blue. I have this bit to do. But I'm kind of saving Pikachu till the end. Oh my gosh. Just pick up the dot. Yeah. Been getting a good amount done. Honestly, diamond dotting has been a good craft for me right now because I don't have to think too much. I'm not feeling very, like, crafty. So this is easy. Oh, hi. Sure, that's fine. Hi. I swear, the days that I give her attention in the morning are the days that she comes in asking for more attention during stream. Like, she and I had so much time together today. And now, oh, okay. You just wanted to come say hello? She's eating now. She's now at her food bowl. Oh, she's silly. Yeah, she's like, oh, Grandma's here. I gotta say hi. But I'm gonna go eat now. Alright, let's finish this side of the blue too, because I've got a little bit of time. Oh, nice, Elf. They were gonna fine you for that? Unlikely, but they could. HOAs are wild. Also, James and I were talking about this the other day. James is like super anti-HOA. Understandable. But at the same time, he is part of the military, which is just basically a giant HOA on a person. He loves the Yankees, which is a team if there were HOAs. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, but you also have to, like, ask permission if you can plant stuff or, like, I don't know. And they can just decide to, like, raise their prices at any point in time for, like, no reason. And you either have to pay them or you have to move out. Oh, it has to be painted hot pink, then I should be allowed to, yeah. I do not understand HOAs, and what I've heard sounds wild, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm doing, oh, right, okay. Until the management company gets sold. It's like having a landlord. They can raise the prices. They can change the rules. And you either have to accept their changes or you have to leave. It just, I guess it feels like you don't own your house. It feels like, I don't know. 3 management companies in 3 years. 3 landscape companies. Oh my gosh. That's rough. And that's not to say that there's not great HOAs out there and great companies that do business correctly. But I'm paying all that money for a home. Not being allowed to have a doormat outside my door in my own house, yeah. $3,000 a year for your property, yeah. As an exchange, yeah. What you doing? Marty. Hate that you can't paint the walls. Yeah, I want color, I want pattern, I want wainscoting. Yeah. No, I think that that's so silly too. Like, I understand, you know, when you move out, you might have to repaint it. Like, why can't you paint the walls when you live there? That's true too. Even like paint color schemes that are like approved, or like approved colors. Like you can have gray or beige or tan, whatever, you know, like here's a bunch of neutrals that are approved. Gray and beige, oh my. But still, if you're like a gray person and you live in a beige house, being able to change that is nice. Like the previous homeowners here painted everything brown. I'm not a brown person. If I had to like live with that, I'd be like, ugh. It's like, even if you could just pick which neutral. As long as you paint them back, yeah. You're responsible for putting it back to white or paying for it, yeah. Even light colors, true. I'd be fully willing to repaint when I left, yeah. completely wallpapered, but it was the 70s. So I try not to be on like certain social media apps too much because it can be kind of hard to like control the amount of news that you're forced into looking at, if that makes any kind of sense. But lately my Threads algorithm has been much better. Have you guys seen the racist wallpaper scandal thing going on there? Not even scandal, but just, I guess, the viral thread post. Pink and cream. Oh my gosh. No, tell me more. Nope, no. I don't even know if I can find it. So this person was renovating their early, colonial home. And there was a let me open up the app. Hold on. I'll see if I can't find it. Let's see. Let's see if I just search it. Okay, here we go. We finally pulled down the rock wall in our hallway and stairs, circa 1890-1920 wallpaper that is in amazing condition, but is not really appropriate in its southern colonial ideals. The wallpaper is in amazing condition, but we will be covering it up with shiplap this weekend. Okay? 1800s farmhouse. And like someone was saying, I would rip this out. I wouldn't be able to live knowing that it was like under my shiplap or whatever. I'd also contact local museums and see if they want it because it's icky, but it is history. Okay, so here's this ugly rock wall thing that was hiding it that someone covered up. Well, why yes, hello, the plantation owners and it's just their whole staircase. Someone in like the 1800s, there's like, this is the wallpaper. This is the one. And it went viral, and I like the amount of people, I wonder if I can still find the comment. Me, what? You're covering vintage wallpaper in good condition? Also me. Oh. Restoring homes, not modernizing them. Yeah. I agree. This is my favorite comment. Hold on. I'm trying not to laugh. How long have you been 17? A while, because dude, that looks like Edward Cullen. Like, does it not? From far away. Oh, it's pretty. Up close. Oh no. Rolling my eyes at the shiplap idea, thinking the wallpaper doesn't seem that bad. Then I took a look at the picture, and now I'm fully on board with shiplap. But honestly, I'd rip that wallpaper off. That's some bad vibes. It does. This is the skin of a killer. Hang tight, spider monkey. Yeah, I'm putting shiplap up. Shiplap. But like someone else, like a couple of people were saying, like, you definitely, I wouldn't cover it up. I would, in the sense that I would remove it. I wouldn't be comfortable knowing that it's there. Like, I would contact, you know, different historians, different museums in the area that might want some, or talk to someone about removing it in a way that preserves it so that you can then donate, but it's coming out of my house. Nope. I don't want that. Correct. Remove it, put something else up. 1000%. But, like, what a wild thing to put in your home. But yeah, my threads lately have been more stuff like that and less, the world is ending. Reach out to Preservation Society, like, I need this out of here. But it's a part of history, yeah. Do you want to know someone that does? Imagine, though, like, pulling off that ugly faux brick and finding that. Like, that's the other thing I'm thinking. Like, imagine someone goes to pull off the shiplap and then finds that underneath it. Like, it's just... That means that someone else knew about it and covered it up. I don't know. Also, that staircase is so beautiful. Like, that's a gorgeous staircase. Oh my god. Like, look at the old wood trim on the, like, oh, so pretty. But, like, I would even find, like, you could find wallpaper that's, like, a similar color pattern. Get flowers instead. Like, this kind of, like, brownie taupe kind, and get just the flowers and leave out the rest. Right? Like, there are some fun, silly wallpapers I've seen people find when they, like, take wallpaper off their... Or, like, they uncover old wallpaper. Like, some vintage stuff that's really cool. Wait, that was the right thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay. How long have you been 17? Oh, so that's all covered still. My bad. Can we all just agree that Twilight was, like, a wild experience? Like, the books, the movies, all of it. Whether or not you were into it, it was just a wild time. That movie is the gift that keeps on giving. I love all the people who edit it to be, like, extra funny. It's also, like, super crazy. Like, what do you mean you imprinted on an unborn egg in... What? What? You personally know someone? No. I've heard of people who've named their kid that. Oh, God. That's almost as bad as Harry naming his kid after all of the people that were terrible humans to him. He named his kids like he was a fan of the book series. Renesmee? They call the kid Nessie? No, just like the movie books. Oh my god. Oh. Listen, I don't want to yuck people's yums when it comes to, like, names. But, like, you gotta remember that one day that kid isn't going to be a kid anymore. And they're gonna be an adult with that name. Worse yet, they're going to be a middle schooler with that name. Middle schoolers are cruel. Definitely not getting on the Supreme Court with that name. Not wanting Belle to be part of V's name because I want her to find her own likes, not have mine thrust upon her forever. Yeah. And I don't think that there's anything wrong giving your kid a name after something that you enjoyed or that you yourself are a fan of. But like you said, Elf, you don't want to, like, force your kid to be like, well, you have to love this movie because it's what you're named after, and I love this movie. It's like, ooh. Like, my bestie's favorite movie, like, everything about it is The Little Mermaid. Her daughter's not named Ariel. There's nothing wrong with that name. But, like, what happens if you do name your kid that and they hate the movie? Ironically, she loves The Little Mermaid, too, so... James, I was gonna name our daughter Perdita. Because 101 Dalmatians is my favorite movie. No! Your son Pongo? How about our son can be called Rolly? Not naming our daughter after a dog. Okay, Cruella. Cat Pig. Oh, I love that Petrichor. Honestly, though, Anita's a cute name. Like, that's the wife's name. Anita's not bad. I wouldn't name our kid that either. But, like that, like you were saying, Elf, like, if you want to name them after something in a movie, go, like, like, I know that there were a lot of Hermiones that were, and I also know that Hermione's not a made-up, well, I feel like there were people that had that name before. Was the name of a character in the 1980s horror film Troll? Really? Oh, interesting, because in the movie, the runt of the litter is Lucky. It's interesting, like, I have the book. I've never read the book. I'm a fake fan. The original 101 Dalmatian book, that is. Not the Disney version. Also, think of your kids' initials. When you name them. You gotta think about what it's gonna be on that LL Bean backpack. Do kids still have that? Thanks, Mom and Dad. I'm ew. It's okay. We can't ever give our kid any name that starts with an E, because then their initials would be EZ. Nope. Nope. B is a pirate. MGM is fun. Her initials are R. My brother's initials are WA. Oh, goodness. That's rough. Alright. Ads are about to play. We are like a couple of dots done from having this side finished too. So I'll come back after ads and we'll finish it up before we wrap up stream. Go get your snacks, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry. Stop procrastinating it. Do it. Right now. Okay? Alright. I'll see you in a few. Thank you all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Ugh, I have to clean cat litter boxes tonight. Luckily, I have leftovers, so I don't have to cook. This is like such a stupid thing. And, you know, James like half joked with me before about it. But in all seriousness, this is how like some people become hoarders. I also have to like empty the dog poop bin. We had gotten Patch a like we have the cat's litter genie. They make like one for outdoors. And we had gotten one of those. And I did not empty it out last week because I just couldn't. But it's getting warm and therefore it needs to not be sitting there, you know? Like, gotta do it. Just gotta get done. I just don't wanna. And it's dumb, but like I'm sad that I'll never need it again. Just throw the whole thing away. Consider that too. It's like, grief is weird. What do you mean I'm sad about throwing out, like, dog poop? What do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I'll probably end up, like, cleaning it and then just, like, sticking it in the garage or something. case one of the cat ones we have breaks or something, we have a backup. I don't know. Because it's like the one with like the little trapdoor thingy. You can't see the one in here. It works really well. Like it keeps the stink away. Hell, I could even ask if my parents want it for their dog. Alright. There we go. We're halfway now, except for Pikachu. I'm saving Pikachu for the end. And I guess this little blue section in the middle. But all that's done. Letting go of the cage, yeah. Yeah, it's one of these, like... I don't want to, like, throw out the proof that he was here, which is weird. Because that's not the proof that he was here. But it's, like, it's... I don't know. I don't know. Like, we had the same struggle with, like, you know, getting rid of Coco's food. I haven't gotten rid of Patch's food yet. It's still in the container. And that obviously is different because it's, like, airtight and it's not fecal waste. We can throw that out later. It's just weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping the crates because they're good to have in case of like an emergency. It's always good to have, like, perfect example was Tigger. I didn't think I would be needing to keep a cat in a crate in a garage, but all of a sudden I needed it. Like, it worked out perfectly in that case, you know? So, those I don't mind because I can fold that flat and store it. His bed is still in our bedroom. Like, it's still made exactly how we left it. Like, all those... I don't know. It's weird. It sucks. Anywho. Thanks for hanging out today while I diamond dotted. We might do more of this. Because, honestly, I kind of like the mindlessness of it right now. Oh, yeah, and honestly, some of that stuff probably won't get done until James is home. It feels really weird that he's gonna come home and it's gonna be vastly different. You know? So some of that stuff's not gonna be touched. So. Alrighty. Anyway. I'm gonna go clean cat litter boxes. Have a really good rest of your time zone, friends. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have, something tasty to eat. Drink some good drinks. Take care of yourself. Be kind to others. Give your pets some scritchies from me. Tell them that I love them and they're good boys and girls. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Alright, bye.